And folks, we bring you a YouTube exclusive.
Exclusive.
Folks, it is our coach's interview here on the All New Sports Show. Coach Brian Foster, head coach of the Southern Nash Firebirds. They are a 46-27 winner over the Tarboro Vikings tonight here at home at Firebird Stadium. Coach, we talked to Jaquay Mitchell earlier, our player of the game. We talked to him about the start of that third quarter where suddenly everything was coming up purple and gold, and then all of a sudden the Southern Nash Firebirds just absolutely exploded. Why don't you just tell us what was going through your mind when suddenly you look up, it's 19-17. You got to be thinking we have not been outplayed in this game. What was going on?
Well, I mean, Tarboro is a class act. You know they're not going to roll over for anybody. I mean, that was sort of to be expected what they did. They got to kind of skill people. You make a couple of wrong moves, they're going to break long runs, and that's exactly what happened. To our kids' credit, I thought they kept their composure and, made a couple plays. And, from that point on, they turned the ball over a couple times, which we've both had a problem with this year, and we were just fortunate enough to be able to get into that tonight.
Coach, you started off the game with a heavy pass offense. Then you came out for your first touchdown. You had a really tough running game. Tell us about this balance you seem to have found on offense.
Well, I mean, people keep saying we're throwing the ball a whole lot more, which we did throw the ball more tonight. But, I think people forget a lot of people we were throwing to were not here last year, a whole lot of them. And, we were just unfortunate to lose a lot of good people last year. And, Deron Harris, Jaquay Mitchell, Zamani Knight, Grant Jones, they're good football players and, just had some bad luck last year. And, I think we got people that can do things in space and, I thought we took advantage of that some tonight, which we had to because Tarboro did a good job after that initial drive of stopping us on the run.
Coach, kind of an up and down start to the season. You think right now you might be hitting your groove going into Big East Conference play?
Well, I think with every high school football team, a lot of it comes down to how healthy you are. Getting our center back tonight was huge. Getting Jaquay back was huge. Playing our second home game, losing 20 starters and coming back and having so many away games to start the season is tough, and losing a couple of key people has been tough. And I've been proud of the kids. You told me at the beginning of the year we were going to lose some of the people we did and be 4-2 right now and have 8 turnovers in 2 of our games we played. I said that I'd take it. So I mean, Tarboro is like I said, a classic team. We like playing them regardless. They're going to come at you hard, and win or lose, JV varsity. I just enjoy how they play. So, and that's a credit to Coach Craddock.
Jaquay Mitchell, you mentioned him. He had a bit of a freak injury to start the beginning of the year. He looked really good tonight. What's his status so far going forward?
I mean, I felt bad for him last year. He moves up and has 2 great games and breaks his ankle against Aiden Griffin. Misses all last year. Looks phenomenal this summer. Lands on the ball, lacerates his kidney, and misses 5 games. So I mean, I was just really happy for him because he's such a good kid. He's a team player. There's nothing selfish in him. He's a football player. And as you could tell tonight, he can make plays.
Yes, I could.
Coach, I was one of those people who are saying, "Wow, Southern Nash is throwing the ball." It almost had splashed me with water in the first series when you guys came out in shotgun. And hey, I've been around a long time. I don't think I've ever seen you guys in that. Your quarterback. What's the kid's name? I think you might know him.
I think his name's Zach.
His name's Zach. We'll just call him Zach. Are you becoming more comfortable with him as your trigger man right now? Because it seemed like I mean, obviously first time we've seen him, looks like you gave him some real freedom on the field tonight.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, we have a lot of people back that weren't here last year. Zach's in a tremendously tough situation. He's the worst player in the world. When we do something wrong, the only reason he's playing is because he's the coach's son. He's an idiot, and I feel bad for him. And I told him whenever it got to the point he couldn't take it that, we would do something about it. And, I mean, to his credit, he started out the season slow, nervous. He lost his uncle, just like I lost my brother. But it's like I told him, people don't care about that. People's going to come to games and have their opinions, and you need to learn to be thick-skinned and understand that your daddy loves you regardless of football. And, I thought he did a really good job, and I'm proud of him regardless of what anybody says about him.
All right, well, folks, Coach Brian Foster, victorious head coach tonight of the Southern Nash Firebirds, 46-27, one more time over the Tarboro Vikings. They end their non-conference slate 4-2. Next week, this week you play Tarboro, one of those classically really good 1A teams. Next week, number 6 in the state, Wilson Fight coming to town. So, hey, supposed to be tough, right?
You know, you play football games to win. So we're not thinking about losing. We're playing to win.
There you go, folks. We'll see them in a couple of weeks when they play Northern Nash. Next week, Wilson Fike. Definitely keep your eyes on what seems to, at this point, to be a rising Southern Nash football team. Folks, let's end this Coach's Corner right now. Ed, you want to throw your exclusive tag out there?
Exclusive.
It's exclusive. Oh, you have no